Greetings from South Korea. I am Adang, Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news-making headlines today. Prosecutors are seeking a 10-year sentence for former President Yoon on charges of obstructing the execution of a warrant to arrest him. This comes as the first of 4 court cases against him conclude hearings in a final session today. On Friday morning, Seoul Central District Court began a closing hearing in a case against Yoon for obstructing the execution of a warrant to arrest him and infringing on cabinet ministers' constitutional authority to deliberate and vote on the declaration of martial law. The court is gathering testimonies from former Interior Minister Lee Sang-min and former Finance Minister Choi Sang-mo before final statements from prosecutors, the defense counsel, and Yoon himself. This is the first of 4 insurrection-related trials involving Yoon to wrap up arguments, with an initial decision likely in mid-January. Prosecutors argue that Yoon selectively convened cabinet members during the martial law declaration to create the appearance of legal procedure. His defense maintains the process was lawful and the arrest attempt was illegal. Pope Leo, in his first Christmas address in St. Peter's Square, urged Ukraine and Russia to find the courage for sincere, direct, and respectful dialogue to end the Ukraine war. He called for weapons to fall silent as U.S.-led negotiations to end the almost 4 years of conflict continue. The Pope on Thursday also pointed to suffering in Gaza. He asked how people cannot think of people in tents, exposed to rain, wind, and cold as the war there continues after Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack on Israel. Coupang says it has identified the former employee responsible for the large-scale leak of customer information after tracking down the individual through digital forensic evidence. According to the e-commerce giant on Thursday, a former staff member admitted to using a stolen security key to access some 33 million customer accounts. However, the government has objected to Coupang's disclosure, saying the company unilaterally made public matters currently under investigation by a joint public-private probe. Fighting between Russia and Ukraine continued through Christmas, with both sides stepping up attacks on key energy infrastructure. As Russian offensives continued, Ukraine launched retaliatory drone and missile strikes on Christmas Day. The Ukrainian military said it struck an oil refinery in Russia's Rostov region using British-made Storm Shadow cruise missiles. Ukraine also carried out long-range drone attacks on oil product storage tanks in the Russian port city of Temryuk, as well as a gas processing plant in Orenburg in southwestern Russia. Both Moscow and Kiev have increasingly targeted energy facilities in recent weeks, viewing them as critical leverage points after nearly 4 years of war. Meanwhile, Ukraine and Russia both continue to hold talks with the United States in hopes of a peace deal. New York City Mayor-elect Yoon Mamdani has appointed Korean-American author Lee Min-jin, best known for her novel Pachinko, to his inauguration committee ahead of his swearing-in on January 1st. According to Mamdani's transition team, the mayor-elect on Thursday unveiled a list of 48 members of the New York City Mayoral Inauguration Committee, including Lee. The author gained international acclaim for Pachinko, a sweeping novel that depicts the multi-generational struggles of a Korean family living in Japan. According to Mamdani's team, the inauguration committee was chosen from people from across fields and communities and includes New Yorkers whose creativity, leadership, and lived experience reflect the full life of the city. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.